You're gonna love Happy Thanksgiving, so I can't wait for you guys to meet the cast of Happy Thanksgiving. Y'all, we'll be right back on the Coca Brown Show, all right?
Hey.
Oh, that's my song, man.
I did the deal already. I
He
was so
personally
mad
make up
when
his
he caught this
extra.
sample.
Huh?
I was so mad when he caught this sample.
Wow.
When I heard this and he caught this sample.
Okay, so
You
we're
know what
freezing up
sample this
again.
is?
We're freezing up again, and it's probably because it's a bazillion people here today.
What sample is that?
That's the A. Marie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's A. Marie, yeah.
Yeah, when he caught this sample, I
Huh?
wanted it so
Mhm.
bad.
You heard me, Coco?
And he ain't even
I said we're
fucking
freezing up
Coco.
again. Probably because there's so many people in the building.
Oh, man, seriously?
Mm-hmm. We're doing
You got
good.
Wi-Fi on your phone, don't you? Don't you have
I got another iPad. Can you go over with another iPad?
I can try.
Yeah. Come get the other iPad. And log on with that one. And just hold it. And if it is.
What you got? What you got? Oh.
You need a cup?
Yes, yes.
Uh-huh.
Get your life. That's not got my cup right now. That's that one, but I was been wanting to try that one.
Can I have some? Got a story to tell.
That's that new shit.
Oh, you must have a woman. Don't know the nigga went drink this unless he got a picture degree. Summer water.
Yes.
Nah, that's something we don't think about.
Don't say it, Corey.
Ain't no dad gonna
Say it
drink
inside.
this.
Anybody got no cup over there?
You see, he ain't say nothing.
Not a word. Corey, did you not deny that?
Not at all.
Did you not deny that, Corey?
Ain't no nigga drinking no summer water
You
unless
want to
he
say?
got a chicken on.
Come out the flavor.
I mean, I think this is good. Yeah, you I ain't want no.
She gonna say about you, baby.
I'm gonna be
What?
sliding down with her.
Oh, not the laptop, baby. The iPad. Another iPad in there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Will. You got a loose charger piece?
Well, ain't no cup back there.
I got the cord. I just need the base.
I'll get you 1 second. Let me take care of it. All right.
I don't like this mess.
Now I'm gonna open it up, but I'm gonna have you guys introduce yourselves. You know, and then so everybody will know who you are, and then we'll go from there. Just follow my lead and have fun. All right, and when you talk, direct yourself to the camera because we get viewers. Are you logged in?
That's how
The
you do
volume's
that.
up.
Okay.
Okay.
That's how you do that. Oh Lord, they invite Rita back on the meme.
What? Why?
I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't
Yo,
gonna
tag
do
me
it.
Tuck me in.
That was hilarious, but I can't go there.
Hey Trina, what's up, girl? Why don't I make folks pronounce Coca the right way? Because I get tired. I get so damn tired. I say my name Coca.
And they be saying Coco,
And it's just
Coco.
every look. No,
I'll
it's
be
not,
like-
I'm at the point that just, as long as it's spelled right on my Oscar and my Emmy and my check, I don't give a shit. I really do. I'm so over it. I'm so over it.
That's gonna be forever my favorite picture of Carly Jerry. I have to screenshot that. She looks so cool.
Hey, everybody.
All right, just a
What's
couple
up,
things,
St.
ladies.
Louis?
Y'all see me go like this, or you see her go like this. That just means come closer to the microphone. And then one of them will tell you to come closer to the microphone.
Hey, what's up?
Also, I get my home hand numbers in.
Hey, we got people visiting us from Colchester, UK.
Oh, wow. Hey.
Hello, way out there in the other side of the world.
Right.
Continue speaking. Don't worry about it. I don't want you to start off.
You gotta shout out your people in Paris. You got fans in Paris.
I got fans in Paris, so I found that out at the airport, you know, I'm so
We
late.
go to commercial break. It's right here.
I got fans in Paris, in the airport going crazy.
Break.
Hey, Compton, watching.
Take a glance up there, check yourself out, see how you doing. It's about 20 seconds delay, so it's not moving at the same time. Not crazy.
What's up? Okay, Billboard, Texas.
Also, our
What's
audience is
up,
over here.
Texas?
This is Fox Trap.
My
And then
mama, man.
especially when you see very important, very important part in time to need you.
What's up, Phoenix, Arizona? What's up, Richmond,
I see
PA?
you over here. So, yeah, move your chair a little bit, that's fine.
Oh, thank you, Mary Sherry, thank you.
Besides that, enjoy yourself, have fun.
What's up, little
And
Rob?
don't take your headphones off.
Hey.
Give a thumbs up when you do that break.
Hey, everybody, hey, Tashi, what's up, girl? Hey, Dave, minute late, everybody say hey to Dave, minute long.
Hello, Dave. What's up, Dave?
Hey. Everybody's so nice.
Hey, turn up.
I love it, hey.
You should have an hour on here.
Macon,
So,
Georgia in the
if it's
house,
too loud or too
Alabama.
low, you can adjust your own
What's
volume.
up, Alabama? Hey, you live in Paris. Hey, Paris is on the line.
Okay.
I love it, I love it, I love it.
All right, everybody, y'all ready? We good?
Yeah.
All right, come on in.
What's up, Philly? I'll see y'all in a few weeks. Somebody said I'm representing the one out of the 87 black people in Boston.
Oh, we're gonna show you some girl love, honey.
That's hilarious. Thank you. They loving the purple hair.
I know it's winning. It was that. It was like, oh, Barnes, tomorrow I got a date.
It's too damn early. Too early. We good, baby?
Yeah, about to bring your commercial in.
Okay, how's the other one doing, baby?
That's what I'm trying to see.
Okay.
I'm about to play your commercial
All
coming in.
right.
This one is still good.
Okay, thank the Lord.
Oh my goodness. Hey y'all, we back at Coca Brown Show, man. Yo, happy Cinco de Mayo. It's holiday time.
Yes, sir.
It's holiday time. Yo, y'all have fun? Y'all do anything on Cinco de Mayo? No?
Yeah, a little something. I said,
Little something?
Oh,
See,
chocolate.
Craig said he doesn't celebrate it. He doesn't understand why anybody. I'm like, hey, it's cheap tequila
I mean,
everywhere.
Yes, it is.
That's why I
Taco Sunday,
celebrate it.
goddammit.
I'm not a big taco person.
Not the tacos around here, the tacos in LA.
But tell him.
Why you
Uh,
mad?
what?
Why you mad?
Well, then you supposed to come back and you talking about tacos?
Yeah.
Really?
Soft shell time.
You should
Oh,
have
soft
earned
shell
your shirt
tacos?
as well.
I don't like nothing soft.
Oh!
Welcome to the show, ladies.
Yes,
You see me hot.
y'all. Yes. Yo, in the studio right now. Oh my God. In the studio right now, man. I get a lot of authors to send me books and reach out to me on my Instagram, and they say, Kobe, can you read my book and buy my book? And I do, because I'm an avid reader. I try to read a book, A Plane Ride, because I fly a lot, and I do. But this one book, man, it's crazy. I got the book, and I had gotten so many. But when I finally picked it up, I could not put it down. The stories were so inspiring, so moving, and I had to have the author and some of the ladies that are in the book in the studio. They're from my hometown, VA in the house. So I definitely have to represent my hometown, 757 in the house, 2 up, 2 down for life. So yo, I want them to introduce themselves to you. Check them out.
Well, I'll get started first. I am Dr. Jacqueline Walker, better known as Chapter 6. I'm also the facilitator of the book as well that brought the ladies together. I'm affectionately known as Dr. Diva, and like Coco said, we 2 up, 2 down from the 757.
Oh,
Hey.
dang, dang.
Hey.
I am chapter 4. Somebody's gotta die, and I'm happy
What's your name, girl?
to be Lita.
Yeah. I guess I gotta go through the book. Okay,
I know,
Lisa. What about you, sister?
Yes, I'm Velvet, and I'm chapter 6, Hypnotize.
Okay, Velvet, all right.
I'm
Now,
Velvet.
give us a gist of what this book is about. I don't even want to spoil it for the people. I want the women who are in it, the women who put it all together, which I totally, just admire you for that. What is this book about?
So it was an epiphany that I had for us to write this collective book. And it's a Biggie thing. So it's called Got a Story to Tell. But each one of our chapters is also a Biggie song. So as you heard, each one of us has stated, we have 3 people that are missing. So chapter 1 is Missing You. Chapter 2 is More Money, More Problems. And chapter 3 is Nasty Boy.
Okay.
So all of our
Yeah, I like
chapters-
that chapter. I had.
So it's like the stories that people don't want you to tell.
Right.
Especially growing up, in an African American household, we don't tell a lot of stuff. Especially a lot of stuff that goes on into the household. So
Absolutely.
our chapter revolves around like rape, suicide, dealing with someone that has a drug addiction, you know, mental health, there are things that we don't tell. So
Yeah.
just to hit like a quick snippet of mine,
Yes.
mine was about dealing with a drug addicted boyfriend.
Okay.
And what makes it stick out more than anything was that because people felt like we were from two different worlds because I was a doctor, well, I am a doctor, but a doctor of education. So I didn't know anything really about the other side. I think I know everything now about the street. But before just going into it, because it talks about the story of him being incarcerated, him having a drug habit in you know, before and after him being incarcerated. So it was a lot that was really going on within my life at that time.
Right, right. What about you, Livia? What inspired you? Tell us a little about your story and then what inspired you to
So my story is based around like suicide. Somebody's got to die. So it's like a play on the words. And in the end, it's like my mentality had to die. Like I had to stop thinking what I was thinking because I was like 12 years old, going through low self-esteem, going through things. And so that 12-year-old little girl grew up to be a grown woman that was going through things and never really got dealt with until like recently.
What about you, Vel?
Well, my chapter, as you said, is hypnotized, and basically it deals with mental health. And my mental health diagnosis of bipolar, suffering from PTSD after being raped and just being in a fall, and trying to self-medicate because a lot of times African American people don't want to go to counseling or deal with issues like that. So I tried to self-medicate myself, and as that goes, it was me going down the rabbit hole and my life spiraling out of control until I finally made the decision that I needed to seek outside help.
Wow. I mean, I commend all of you for your bravery with sharing your stories. Because a lot of people like to walk around, you know, social media of all things is smoke and mirrors. Nobody has a problem.
Right.
And if they do, we gotta call 1-800-SUICIDE Watch. You know what I'm saying? Because they either go one extreme where they have no problems, or they're putting all their problems out there. And we're like, are you ever happy? You know what I'm saying? But like, what motivated you to do something like this, to reach out to other women to share their stories, not just yours, but what was your motivation for this?
My motivation was that I was tired of hiding behind a facade. So the thing when I say in the story is like, I have a small business and we do vision boards. So, you know, everybody does vision boards, and I felt like I was like the Ayanla of my area, because everybody asked me to do stuff, but I couldn't fix anything in my life. I had people applauding me and awarding me and giving me things, but it was really a facade. And I was like, one day somebody's gonna find out about the true me.
Right.
So instead of just keep holding on, it was therapy not only for others but for myself.
Right.
So in order to heal, you know, one thing I say is hurt people. I can't keep continuing to hurt people and hurt myself really in the process of being like this person that's putting on a facade, because I'm like, I'm a community leader, I'm an educator, and this is all they see. But in the inside, I'm dying.
Right.
And I was like, let me ask, you know, some other people who also have different stories. Because our stories often overlap, but it's also one main theme that each one of us deals with.
Got it. What about, you know, what was the reaction? Because you know, as Black people, we love to say, don't air your dirty laundry. Did you catch any flack with being so honest and upfront with your stories?
I think I catch the most flack when people see my story as a mystery because I never named who the person was who raped me. I alluded to, and now it's everybody is who is it? They're checking yearbooks.
We are so
They're
damn
asking-
nosy.
Right.
We so nosy.
Somebody gonna beat his ass.
Right.
But you know, I get asked that too about my ex-husband. Whenever I talk about him, people want to know who he is. I'm not gonna put the man on blast.
Right, and then I also feel that person evolved from that time and how that situation was, and they're a different person than that. And I didn't feel like after all of those years
Right.
that needed to be done. Me just telling my story was enough.
Yeah.
Not trying to destroy his life at that point, even though back then my life was destroyed.
Right.
But I just didn't feel like it was worth all of
I
it.
have a question. That's because that is so, you know, profound to say, because, you know, with all this Me Too movement, everybody wanted to come out, you know, was it really a hard decision to make not to do that? Or did you at one point decide, okay, well, I've forgiven him, I've moved on, it's not a part of, you know, my journey anymore? Like,
I did forgive because I felt like he came to me asking for forgiveness,
Okay.
and I understood
that's
how the
beautiful.
situation went, and it was no need.
So he was able to admit what he'd done.
Yes,
okay.
Wow.
yes, and I understood how the situation went, how alcohol played into it. Not using all of that as an excuse, but I don't think on a regular day at a regular time that would have been him.
Yeah.
And we were younger, so I didn't feel like 20-some years later was the time to destroy his whole life from that
You know,
from that situation.
I hate to say, I gotta commend them. Cause to get people to admit they've done you wrong.
Yes.
To admit that they've done you dirty, to take accountability for that is a big step. There are people walking around here with constant victim clothes on,
Yes.
not taking accountability for what they've done to someone.
That's true.
You know what I mean? In the situation, you know. I mean, there are situations where it's just one other person, but a lot of times it takes two to tango.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You had mentioned earlier that it's a common thread between, you know, a lot of the stories.
Right.
What maybe are the top three that, you know, always stick out?
Drugs,
Yeah.
incarceration, and the mental health piece.
Mhm.
And then I would say kind of like a runner-up would be rape, because more than one person was raped in the book as well.
Right.
But, and though, the funny thing about it is that the mass incarceration that we use in there, that wasn't even a part of what one of our themes are.
Wow.
So that just happened to be a theme across the books as well.
Okay.
There's a lot of women dealing with men that are in jail.
Right.
And dealing with men who are marrying men and being there and waiting for men. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
And that was one of the questions I would ask, like, if I knew he had a drug habit before he went to jail, and then I knew that he was in jail, but I didn't think that he was gonna come out and still have a drug habit.
Yeah.
They got more drugs in jail.
They do.
Right,
It's true.
they do, but I didn't think, you know how people talk a good game, and I did not think that that was going to be the reality of what was setting in. So I really felt like, you know, people ask me that all the time, you know, well, why would you still continue to stay? And I was like, because I really didn't think, you know, I know that jail is not a place of rehabilitation.
Yes.
But I do feel like that it was a time to think, and it was a time for you, you know,
reflection.
a reflection, and for you to have time to say, I don't want to live like I did before I got in.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm. Did you catch any flack from people saying you were lying?
No, maybe people that may not know me, because like I say, my resume may look good, but we still deal with all types of issues. So maybe people that may not know me, like, I've had people that say, I can't believe, you know, that you would go through that. But people that know me and they know him, they just knew that we were in love. So, you know, it wasn't like the fact, oh, I know she's lying. And if they do think that I'm lying, you know, we got so much evidence to back it up, you know,
Right,
to
right.
support the cause. And then that's one of the things that was birthed from it, is that I actually created a foundation for people that's dealing with incarceration, children of incarcerated parents, inmates, and convicted felons.
Mhm.
So that was kind of really like, you know, one of the things for me, because I was in a state of depression when he went away. Even though everything that had gone on, it was still, you know, you can't just let up on somebody if you really love them. So, you know, that was one of the pieces that I kind of felt that helped me kind of make through, you know, what was going on in my life.
Okay, okay. You know, I know for me, writing is cathartic. It's something even my therapist, Dr. Sherry, I'm always gonna shout her out, has made me do, where she's made me write letters to those who've hurt me. You know, to get it out, what I could not have been able to say to them because they disappeared, they walked away,
Yeah.
or I walked away, or whatever. And it's been very cathartic for me. It's been very healing for me to purge those feelings that I was holding, the things I couldn't say. For you, how important do you think it's for any woman that's been through something to write her story?
I think it's very important to write your story, because one thing I can say is that I didn't have writer's block with this writing. Because I didn't know what I was gonna write about when I first started out on the journey. Because see, what happened was is that I gave them all the titles of the Biggie songs, and they had to fit the story to the song, and it just happened to work out that way.
Oh, wow.
So when I got Sky is the Limit, I knew everybody was gonna thought I was gonna talk about my achievements and, you know, the type of
Right.
person I am. But when I said the Sky's the Limit, I'm talking about being high. So I was
Ah!
that was the word that I was talking about. So I was like, you know, so important. And I didn't have that writer's block. So when you're writing from a place of pain, like
Yeah.
you said, and you really can let it flow. It just
Right.
flows. But I
Exactly.
think Lisa, if you add on to about your writing.
Yeah, it was my writing. I've been writing since I was like 3 or 4. A lot of months I would just scribble lines down, but I would read it back to her. So it was
Oh, wow.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, definitely a way to release this stuff. And piggybacking on what Velvet said, you know, the person, because part of mine was being molested too by a family member. And I never named that person, and that person didn't apologize, act like nothing ever happened. So I kind of like would write poems and stuff around that, you know, just to kind of release so I wouldn't go crazy, so.
Right.
it was
You
a
know,
really
that
important
is
stuff.
something that I have found to be so common
Mhm.
amongst Black women. So many of us have been violated sexually. So many. And, you know, You know, I'm guilty of it. I'll say the word hoe in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But some chicks are hoes by default.
Right.
Let's just keep it 100.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? It's something that has happened to them that has made them take the value away from sex. But so many of us have been molested and raped and violated sexually, and we're still taught to sweep it under the rug.
Right.
So I commend women who are able to voice it, speak it, claim it, own it, throw it away, and move on. That's a wonderful thing, you know what I'm saying? Yo, if you're interested in calling in, please do right now so you can talk to the ladies of Got a Story to Tell. 770-703-5494. That's 770-703-5494. We'll be right back, y'all. Got a story to tell. We got more to talk about, y'all. Coco Brown Show. All right, thank y'all. So we're gonna do one more segment and you guys are good.
Wasn't
So
playing
is there
fast
anything you
music.
guys would like to talk about?
I had a super moment for that right there.
You said what?
What's that about?
Oh,
Don't worry, I got you.
so anything that you guys wanna talk about?
Okay.
Because this is a deep conversation. And I'm like, Lord have mercy.
Let's talk about now. What's going on now? Like, after this, what's the result been? What's been the impact been on the people?
Well, one thing I have noticed is that people have been telling me kind of like their business.
Okay, all right,
So
pause.
that's-
Okay, okay,
okay.
okay.
Yeah, I couldn't really go down. It took me a minute to read it, because I was so busy, and I said, he keeps asking me to read, I read books. So I took it with me when I flew to Seychelles.
Oh, wow, you was definitely reading.
And I thought I was going to, I thought, okay, it was gonna be the whole plane ride to read this book. Y'all, I read that book in the first hour.
Oh, wow.
I said, damn, went back and read it again. On the beach. It was a good, powerful, very powerful story. I mean, I cried, I laughed, I was mad as shit. I had a lot of emotions in that book.
What's going on with you? Oh, his wife.
You an asshole.
She lives.
Yeah, we were to tell.
I showed
If
him
I
my
ain't looking
wife.
at the YouTube stream thing, they don't know this motherfucking leader talk without honoring his sheriff.
You know.
He was playing with Champ.
He was at the
He
house.
came over to
I'm not playing this, paying this nigga no mind.
That is more than I can say for some people.
God damn it.
Oh.
He came and played with Champ.
I went there too far for Cordy, right?
Paying this nigga no mind. You don't stay with one shirt on every day, you can do that. Damn it.
Come again and say what?
Where the shirts? Are you selling the shirts?
Something.
Yeah, we do sell the shirts.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you about product too.
Okay. We have a lot of products.
Damn. I mean, not you got. You gonna be all
Somebody
right.
asked me
Go in
for
your
it.
hole, isn't that?
That's why.
He ain't got no pride, no time to be going to no hole. He stays too far up on the ride.
They killed the fuck out them little things.
Did you see our own tours already? Little snack pack. Little snack pack. Little snack pack.
They call
These are
Colosso.
the, duos.
Yeah.
It's two different flavors in one. Would y'all like a Starburst duo?
None.
What about you, though? Okay.
Bill, but you got kids? You have kids?
3.
Okay.
Oh, what about you? Y'all got kids?
I have a puppy.
Okay.
That's my child, seriously.
I was like, I got my dogs are tattooed on my back next to my child.
Oh, wow.
I had my dogs on my back
Definitely
first,
Yeah, I went.
She would definitely would.
you know? Oh my goodness, hey everybody, y'all still tuned in, bless you. Hey y'all.
Bless y'all. Bless y'all, bless y'all.
Oh, that's a good question, Mary Sherry.
Mary Sherry.
She said maybe the ladies could talk about how past sexual assault has affected present sexual relationships.
Yeah.
That's a
You
good
go, girl.
question.
Somebody list.
Thank you, that's, who wants to bring that
But we
question
always
up?
talk about dating relationships. Always comes up. So, you know, you can't step that opportunity.
Let the chapter beat the kids.
Y'all are really touching these people are.
That's that backstory. right
Yeah,
there.
but
Back
in
over
part
John
2,
Brown.
you just feel.
Wow, a brother said all men need to hear this conversation.
Y'all ready?
Oh, wow.
Man, somebody.
Yes. I'm loving this. Somebody said I have PTSD too. Wow.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I don't know if you ain't got no,
No, I ain't got no extra one.
ports over there, do you?
Yeah.
We're gonna start with that. Like, who wants to ask that? Do y'all want me to ask it?
What you want, baby?
About how does, you know.
Oh, I will.
all
I got
of
it.
you-
I got it.
Well, how does what you've been through affect your relationships now?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, because everybody's different.
All right,
I'm ready, baby.
coming in, 5, 4, 3.
Hey y'all, Coco Brown Show. We are back, honey, with the wonderful ladies of Got a Story to Tell, an incredible book about triumph and overcoming the past and abuse, and just amazing. And we have the author here as well as some of the contributors to the book. You know, I got a question from my girl on here, from Mary Sherry, at on my IG Live, and she wanted me to ask you guys, which I think is an incredible question. How has what you've been through affected your relationships with men now?
Well, as far as I know, it makes me very leery to be with different men, or to just be in a relationship or a close relationship with someone. And just for example, like even now, it's very hard for me to hear a belt buckle on a man unbuckle from his pants, because that was part of the rape. So like it just goes all over me every time I hear a belt buckle or someone come and touch me on my shoulder. I don't like to be touched on the top of my body. So all of those types of things hurt the relationship.
So have you found it hard to be in a relationship with a man because of these things?
Yes.
But you're seeking therapy for this?
Yes.
Thank God. Okay. Wow. But they say that's part of the PTSD from the traumatic experience, anything that reminds you of that. Like people as simple as if you get in a car accident, if you hear a car screeching, and I hear a lot of that about, women who've been raped, little things like that, a zipper unzipping, things like that. What about you? Which about you too?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, when you guys read the story, I had a lot of things taken from me. So like my stuff was being pawned, or the bills couldn't get paid. So I'm so leery of that's gonna happen again. Because like I said, I could never in my life ever live like that again. And I don't understand at that time why I even did. So I'm real paranoid. So like if I see, like the other day, the whole city lights went out, and I was like, did I not pay the bill? Because I didn't have the money. So I went straight to the website and I looked, and I had paid it. And I was like, what's going on? But the whole city, it was something that a transmitter or something had blown.
Okay.
But I'm so paranoid that I'm not gonna have my bills paid. I'm not gonna look a certain type of way, because I've been to a point. And people, I even had somebody say to my job, you look bad. And I was like, you don't know how much it took me to get here. I was like, you don't know.
I don't know why people feel, I hate that. People say, you look tired. Yeah, bitch, I'm tired. I hate that.
You should be happy that I'm here. Because what I had to do, you don't know
what anyone's been through, and you coming at them with that kind. But people don't have no coof.
They don't.
They don't have no tact. People say people get this shit out their mouths.
And I think they felt like you trying to help me, because like I said, my name, is Dr. Diva. I had it on my life plate and everything. I couldn't look like one, because I was going through so much stuff. I couldn't get a hair done, couldn't get a makeup, and sometimes I reflect on that. Like, I don't even understand why I did that. But then I get paranoid sometimes when I don't feel like I have the means or the funds to do things. But I know that I'm not going through that, but it still plays in my mind.
Exactly. What about you?
I think with me, it was more so dealing with the insecurities, and then dealing with, now I got the power, so I couldn't really kind of have the meeting. It was either the guy would tell me we're gonna be together, I would believe him, or I would use my body, because I lost control when I was molested. So now I can decide when to, put my body away. So it never was a happy meeting, like people would say a regular relationship, a normal relationship. I don't know what that is. I still don't know.
Wow. So have any of you had healthy relationships with a man? If you could classify it as healthy, whatever you had before, you don't have now.
50% healthy. I was engaged, and this is in the book too. And then one day he just flipped out in the car and he snatched the wheel like out my hand with my son in the backseat. I was like, oh no, you got to go. My son was like 2 years old, he was in the car seat. So that was my, then it just kind of, you got to go start all over again, building up the trust.
How old is your son now?
He's 8.
Like, he doesn't remember that experience, but I'm like, you snatched the whole wheel out my hand when I'm driving, and my son is back there, he's playing with his toys, but you could have flipped or anything could have happened.
And Velma, you have kids also, you have 3 children?
Yes, I do.
How old are your children?
My oldest is 19, 17, and 9.
Wow. Now, have your kids been witness to the process?
Well, my oldest son has been witness to my PTSD and the things that go on, because sometimes, one time I also tried to commit suicide. So it's like, and I wasn't answering the phone, I wasn't doing that. He's like my protector. He'll look out and see what I was doing, because one time I went answer the phone, he sent 911 to the house while he was at work, because he couldn't get there fast enough. And I think that was another thing for me to be like, I need to see a counselor, get on regular meds, because I can't have him have that responsibility of me. I need to be taking care of him, not the other way around.
Wow. You know, is it hard to tell someone that you need? Like, do you feel the need to tell them what you've been through, what you're going through, or do you find yourself hiding it so that you don't be judged?
I think it's a mixed emotion because I do have so much paranoia. I feel like you may try to use that against me. So you may come on and be so nice to me, and you're not going to be this person that you know that I've been with before, and then all of a sudden, boom, you turn into a monster.
Right.
So I feel like, it's kind of hard. So it's like I'm kind of guarded. So, in being guarded, you could lose good people, good men, good relationships. And see, it doesn't only affect relationships, it also affects friendships or co-workerships, because I don't know who I really can trust, because I don't know who's going to do something to me, because that person came in like a knight in shining armor, and it didn't turn out that way.
Do you ever blame yourself, like it's someone I chose, or did you ever feel like you put yourself? Because a lot of times victims, we blame ourselves.
Right.
We blame ourselves for the choice, for being there, for smiling at a person or whatever. Did you ever go through that where you were blaming yourself?
Yeah, I did, and oftentimes when I get into situations now, because that has like a residual effect in other things that go on in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes, it can be something totally different. It can be just a bad choice that I made, but I always reflect back to that time and that situation. Because if I made that choice then, I can make the same choice now. And what type of effect is this going to have on me for the rest of my life?
Right, exactly.
Give the people some tools to be able to move forward. What are a couple of things that are helping you ladies to be able to stay positive and stay motivated and,
With me is my son. Like, I just had to find that happy moment with him, and I believe God placed him here for a reason, because it was like, just me being by myself, I know, I had taken suicide, it would have been done.
I can relate. And I know you've heard me say, if it wasn't for my son, I probably would not be sitting here.
And I totally agree with you with that, because it's like, I'm constantly worried about him, what's going on with him, like even now being here, I'm like, okay, you got this school, it's always about him, so it's like, I thank God for that, because he came around the time my mom had passed too, so it was like, he was there, and it was like, I had a reason to live.
Exactly.
Well, I feel like that, someone asked me recently, or they ask me all the time, would you do this life over again? And I said, yes, I would.
Yeah.
They say, why? I said, because I wouldn't be the Jackie you see today. I don't know, I have another strength, a layer of strength.
Test for your
Right.
testimony, child.
Right,
Yes.
another layer of strength that I never thought I would be able to have.
Right.
So I would continue, so that keeps me going, like, if you can get through this, then you can get through anything.
Absolutely.
And then I said, God wouldn't do this to me, because one time in the book I say, God don't love me. I said being in hell would be better than what I'm living right now, but I know that I'm serving a greater purpose.
Yeah.
Because if I wasn't, it wouldn't be people telling me different things about their story to try to help them.
What about you, Velvet? I mean,
I think the main thing is always trying to tell someone that's positive and don't look at the negative of a situation and have that victim mentality. I think you have to flip the script, change your focus, and I think that was my thing. I was always focusing on this one point in my life and just keep running that same script. But you have to create a new script.
right, absolutely. We have a call on the line. Let's check out the caller. What's up, Will? Hey, this is the Coco Brown Show. Thanks for calling. Who's this?
Hi, this is Baby D.
Hi, what?
Baby D.
Oh, hey, Baby D, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine.
What's going on, sweetie? Thanks for calling the show. Did you have a question?
Hi, everybody. I just wanted to ask the girls about, like, basically everything that they've expressed has happened to me in the last year. Back to back to back to back. And my thing is how do you deal with or have your family basically reject you knowing the situation?
Like your family knows this has happened to you and they don't support you, they reject you or don't believe you or don't care?
Basically, yes. I'm basically now the outsider, the black sheep of the family, and it's like, it's hard because now I'm completely alone. Other than a few times I message you, it's like, nobody understands it. And then PTSD, on top of it, then thrown depression, everything, and nonstop suicide thoughts. It's like, how do you deal with that, even with going to therapy?
Well, you see crazy, what did you say? Baby D.
Baby D, may I ask how old you are?
I will be 30 in December.
He's a baby.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm glad that I've been someone you can talk to. That's something I pride myself in, that I don't care, how big I get into this business, I'm gonna always care about my fans. I'm gonna care about those who reach out to me. I've been through a lot myself, and I'm a walking survivor. Thank God I don't look like what I've been through. But, sweetheart, you are not alone. You are not alone. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people in this room right now, and 15 people out in that lobby right now listening to you. You are not alone. Now, I don't know, in terms of your family, where's your friends? Do you have a crew, a clique, a sisterhood? Anybody that you can talk to? Do you have children? I mean, do you have something, anyone that you know is truly there for you? I mean, look at the big picture. I mean, I know that I've got ride or dies in my life that were in my wedding that I may talk to once a year. But if I call them right now and say, I need you, I promise you they will all be trying to figure out how to get on a plane or on a bus or a car to get to me. So it doesn't mean that you have to talk to somebody every day, you have to see them every day. Where is your village? Do you have a village? And if you haven't built a village, it is time to build one. It is time to build one, whether it be going to a church, joining an organization, volunteering. I think one of the most therapeutic things I ever did when I was going through my divorce and I was at the lowest part of my life, where I literally was thinking about leaving my child and taking my own life, is that I began to go volunteer at a women's shelter. And to be around women who had lost everything and still felt the need to live. It inspired me to get my shit together and say, hey, it could be worse, and these women were inspiring me. I mean, that's the one thing I can tell you, baby D. Don't suffer in silence, don't suffer by yourself. Get this out of your system. Find you a village, anything. If it takes me volunteering, feeding the homeless, anything to get you around other people who may look very much like they have nothing. And I'm telling you, these people are so inspired to live, and they have so far less. That's the best advice I can give you, sweetie. But you're not alone, okay? You're not alone. Okay? And anytime you slide in my DM, you know I'm gonna talk to you. And I think, if you send us your IG right now, everybody in this room will take your IG.
Yes.
So you know what? What's your IG? What's your IG right now? Give us your IG, baby D.
I think it's Baby D _world or Baby D's world.
Okay. Everybody in here is writing it down. They're going to follow you. We are here for you. You are not alone. Do you understand me? Every day you tell yourself that I am not alone. And family sometimes can be the worst people.
They can.
And not have your back when you're going through something. Trust me, I know. But honey, that's when you go and build you a village of something.
Hey, baby D, you're in your bio, does it say something about Kentrell, Deshaun daughter?
Say that again.
In your bio, does it say something about Kentrell, Deshaun Golden? Because I'm looking at a Baby D world, and I'm I'm guessing, is that yours? It says NBA Young Wife or something like that?
I doubt that, baby. NBA Young.
That's what I'm looking at.
But you put underscore, it has to be underscore.
That's what I did. That's the one that came up.
That's not an underscore, that's a hyphen, sweetie.
That's the one.
Oh my God.
That's the one that came up.
Baby, what you needed that laugh.
Go ahead and laugh, baby D. Go ahead and laugh, baby.
That was the
Cause
first.
Big League can't
I know what
spell for
underscore
shit.
is.
Don't laugh, baby.
That's the
Don't
underscore.
laugh.
That's what I'm
See,
saying.
you are not,
Yeah.
you are
You know what?
not
I'm done.
alone.
I'm done. Look, I'm trying to get
Big League
compassionate.
can't
God
spell.
damn.
He can't spell for shit. But we are here for you.
That part. I use the underscore. I don't give a damn.
That is not an underscore,
I
nigga,
used
that's
it.
a hyphen.
That's what popped up.
That's a hyphen.
I know what I mean.
Oh,
All right, baby,
wow.
let me pray for
Baby
you.
D, we
girl.
gonna be
Stay up.
praying for you. We all gonna follow you. Send us all a message. When you see us follow you, just say, we love you, baby. Oh, yes, how do you get the book? She likes to get the book.
Oh, you get the book, on Amazon, it's called Got a Story to Tell, that's our IG too, it's Got a Story to Tell, and it's Got a Gotta, and then Story to Tell.
Read it, baby D, I promise you. It'll be so good for you. Okay, what'd you say, baby?
See you on the 26th.
Oh, yeah, you in Philly. I got you, baby. Come on, let's turn up, baby. You can drink, right? We gonna drink, boo. We gonna drink. I'm gonna get a bottle of juice, baby, and we gonna drink in my dressing room, okay? All right, baby. Love you, baby. Bye-bye.
Do you have other products before we go that you want to tell the people about and where they can find them?
Yes, we have, t-shirts, we have bottles, we have hats, we have everything, we even, have chips, cause we gave Coco
Wow.
chips with.
No, they gave me, you remember that bag of chips with my face on it? Then they gave me a bottle of water with my face on it?
I just
still
did
got my
water.
bag of chips.
Wait, did they give you the hood chips?
Yeah, look at my face. You saw my face on it?
I'm weak.
What flavor was
I
it?
know you eat my damn chips. Did you eat my damn chips?
What flavor was it?
Oh,
You know he eat up everything.
I know your skinny fat ass is not talking.
Oh, I admit I eat.
I know you're
love
not
to eat,
talking.
baby. Somebody send me some chicken right now.
Man, thank y'all so much for coming, man. You guys are so inspiring.
Thank you.
Please, baby D, get the book. If by any chance you cannot, I will give you my copy. They will give me another one. Okay, so you tell me if you can't get your copy, you call me, but get you a copy of Got a Story to Tell. Please tell everybody your information, how they can follow you, how they can find the book, please, right now.
Okay, so you can find the book Got a Story to Tell. It's on Amazon, and then our IG is Got a Story to Tell. Our Facebook is Got a Story to Tell, and then my personal one is Dr. Diva 81.
Okay.
Haitian Princess.
Oh, yeah, Haitian.
Ah, you got it.
That's what best friends are for, right?
There you go.
Okay.
Haitian Princess 27 is my Instagram.
And my Instagram is smooth as velvet.
Oh.
I know
Smooth as
that. She baked cupcakes at the strip club on the side.
One supplement that we do have, that I do have with the book is that I have a vision journal, and it's called, Girl, You Got This, and that's under Glamour Prestige. And we have one of those for you too, Coco.
Oh,
Yes,
thank
we
you,
do.
baby. Thank you. Yay. Thank y'all so much for
Thank
coming
you.
in, man. I appreciate your Velvet, Dr. Diva, Lethea, right? Yes. Thank y'all so much for coming. Got a story to tell. Get the book now. Go to IG, put it at Gotta, Gotta, 2TO, story to tell. All right. Thank y'all so much, y'all. We'll be right back, y'all. The Coco Brown Show. Thank y'all so much for coming. That was so good. Shy, you go and get my damn PhD. Everybody be wanting me to be there.
Yes. Do you want to take your picture or anything?
Yes, 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 with all of them. And all that great.
I don't know.
And then we're gonna bring in.
Who got a good phone?
You know, Terry ain't here.
Yeah, Terry got a good phone.
Hey, y'all
I got
there?
one.
Yeah, no phone.
That's, yours, Coco.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Oh, thank you.
That's the
Girl,
wrong
you got it.
size.
Oh my God. Oh, I love this.
Take a picture.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
My knees.
Oh, I love this.
All right, Colt.
Picture.
Take a picture. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, good.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. This is everything. I love this.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Great
I
job.
love this.
Thanks for the information too.
Thank you.
Wow.
Let me get a hug for y'all guys.
I know. I get comfortable, honey, when I'm in the shower. Thank y'all so much for
Thank
coming.
you.
God bless y'all.
Yes.
Sharing your stories.
Yeah, when y'all leave, we go back home.
Tomorrow.
Y'all have a safe flight.
Oh my God, bless your heart. Thank y'all for coming. Thank you, sis. Thank you for coming. Thank you, baby, for coming. Y'all travel safe, okay? With y'all. Hey, family, oh my God, y'all.
You know what?
Get y'all ass in here. I don't know how we gonna get everybody in here. I guess we gotta share a mic.
So what you wanna do? What you wanna do? How you wanna do?
We're gonna have to share mics.
Hold on.
How we gonna do this? Oh my God.
Hi, baby.
Hey,
How you doing?
let me see. Everybody in here. I wanna get the cast and the crew and stuff. Everybody came up there. I didn't know all of y'all was coming. I know, right? She came. I know, I didn't know all y'all was coming.
We got somebody sitting here. I'm gonna bring the
Oh, we're gonna slide Big League down,
Yeah.
Chef.
See his ass over there by Naisha.
Yeah.
No.
Did you say no?
I did.
No!
I was sitting on my phone.
And I saw someone looking through the window and I window was closed and it wasn't open and I was just like,
Yep, that's how you do it.
it's not locked.
Yep.
Well, no, I need, okay. Here, you come down here, y'all switch. What you gonna, you just gonna stand here and enjoy the show?
Girl, I went 40 minutes before you slept.
Listen, honey, if I don't get it out of sleep, they're not gonna like me.
Go on that
Like
side,
that.
go over on that side, it's on that side over there.
Well, just
You come
stay
up
there.
there.
Yeah, that's
Stay
it.
there. Just pull her chair
You want her
back.
here or what?
Keep
Yeah,
her
she,
microphone.
yeah, cause you the daughter, you need to come over here.
Yeah, that's right. She got a microphone. Yeah, she ain't talking. She got a
Oh,
microphone.
okay, just stay right there.
And she
Stay right
ain't-
there.
That'll make sense. Yeah, the one, yeah, that'll make sense.
She is in her bag.
You got a shoe, y'all want your squeeze?
Pull in her bag, I'm trying to tell you. You had me out here crying.
What are you?
Crying. She was in there acting like Sam, our first day there.
Oh, Lord.
Killing
She had.
Your seat don't be leaked, so you gonna have to go over there and sit
Get
in
your
there.
ass up.
I didn't mess up.
Really, nigga, you come on here on my show ordering people, you really wanna test me?
Don't even worry
You
about
really
it.
wanna test me? Go sit your little ashy ass over there. You can tell me.
No, we family, you don't. You don't.
I ain't gonna never let that go as long as you want.
We can't get another chair on this side over here?
And we shift them down, maybe. Oh, we can get a chair over there.
Yeah, I'll get the chair.
Yeah, yeah. Stand by. No, we want you in frame, buddy. I just got gum. This ain't gonna, I ate out of it already. This is my little snack and picky bubble. You want some gum?
No, you can't step out, Terrence, you
I
know.
just said.
You cannot step out, you can
Yeah.
fucking dude that make the film, nigga, you crazy.
Right here, over here.
Oh, what's up? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
No, somebody need to go on
Oh,
there.
you putting big wig right next to me? Oh my God, it's too damn cool.
Okay, you
I
sit
can't
down.
breathe.
Big Lick gonna sit his ass here in the red shirt.
Are you about to use that?
She said the red
Yeah,
shirt.
This is definitely the kitty corner. And you over
Just
on.
let him share your mind.
I ain't gonna, he ain't gonna say much.
But let him whisper and what the fuck he gonna say
That's
first.
right.
Cause I don't
Oh,
know.
I got it. That looks sad.
This show ran so smooth last
Like
week.
about
So if you do want to say.
Oh no, bullshit ass question for everybody on.
No, like you're about to ask.
Hey y'all, Wanda Smith on here. What's up, Wanda? That's my girl.
Anybody else need a phone stand?
Scroll over the live.
Girls, give me this. Oh, nice.
Hey girl.
You gonna speak straight here, right here? All right, just to give y'all a little.
Somebody said, my baby Terrence with hearts. Oh,
Just
just
to give y'all a little bit of info.
Go on, look at you there, baby. Hold on.
Just if you go like this right here.
She said, my
just
baby
really-
Terrence. Love you too, Wanda.
Audience
You
is
gotta
right
do
here.
lunch soon, girl.
Also
So,
has
like, soup soon,
So y'all
okay?
okay? amongst
I miss
each
you.
other. At times, can y'all give just a little look back here, make sure you know
If I'm feeling, our jars are ready.
You'll put your headphones on when we come on there. You don't have to have it on for
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, he's free. Okay.
I'm from Jersey.
Have a
I'm from Jersey. Also, no, I live in
Yeah.
Happy birthday, oh, the real Granger. Everybody say happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Real
And then
Granger,
once
yeah.
this hold my hand up, number signal is 5, 4, 3, 2.
What?
That's just letting the host know who we are.
Hey, that's his face been on since 7 o'clock this morning.
everything. Act good.
That's my girl Keisha.
Damn near the mayor. Damn near this.
Jelly over there.
Do you have an iPhone?
I don't know how, did you find out how to go live?
Yeah. Show her how to go live.
Well, I gotta go to Penn State first.
I live here.
Can you sit back for me? Because they have like a straightaway, so when y'all all line
We are
up.
so tired of him right
And sometimes you might see me go like this, get your signal or something.
Yes. I don't mean no harm, nigga, don't go that way.
That's where we at.
Everybody good? Everybody ready?
Keep it
Stop
up.
worshiping him.
Don't lift your head too high.
Are y'all ready? Everybody ready?
Either.
I'm gonna get you,
Make sure y'all go to YouTube right now, subscribe to Coco Farm, #4life.com, see everybody in the studio.
I'm sorry. I forgot myself.
All right, let's do it, y'all. Coming in. 5, 4, 3.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Coco Brown, and we're back with the Coco Brown Show. Yo, I'm so amped right now, man. I'm so amped. I have had the pleasure for the last 2 weeks to be working on an incredible new film coming out called Happy Thanksgiving. I don't know if you know, man, I've been wanting to play more dramas, and this young lady, reached out to me and asked me to be in her first directorial debut. It is an incredible film about a family and
Congratulations.
I am so amped that I have not only the writer, the director, as well as the cast
Yes.
of Happy Thanksgiving in the studio. I just rapped today. They gotta go to work tomorrow. I'll be sleeping. Okay, but yo, I just want everybody to go around the room. We've also not only got the cast, we've got our wonderful makeup artists in here. We've got the man with the plan behind the camera, making the moves, making us look good. We got cats out there in the lobby right now. My boy Jay, the boom mic operator.
We're about to film some scenes right here in the office.
You know what I'm saying?
Are we ready?
Is it Ellie in this? What's the other guy's name that's out there?
That's Derek Hammond.
Derek Hammond, yes, duh. Incredible DP. Is it DP, right? It's DP.
But he did being any gap.
He gaffing DP, he doing the whole night. Incredible. Plus they all make sure that I look good, got me on good angles. But I want everybody to introduce themselves right now, man. We can go around the room. And the wonderful young lady who played my daughter, an amazing casting because she looked like a damn child. And I'll start with her. Give it up for my daughter in the movie, baby. Go ahead and let them know who you is, boo.
Hey y'all, I'm Jo Keller Herbert, and I am playing Ella in the movie, The Beautiful Coco's Daughter.
Yay! And also we've got, every good family film got to have the hook. No family film would be complete without the hoe. Give it up for my girl. LaMonica, she had a whole name, LaMonica. Yo, give it up for my girl. Give it your name, girl.
What's good? I'm Anika McFall, and I'm playing that girl, Monica.
AKA
What's up, man? And on top of that, I'm so glad we have the director, the writer, the creator of this incredible film script. Y'all give it up for my girl. We like to call that Jelly. But let them know who you are, girl.
Hi, yeah, my name is Janelle
I'm Warren, but I go by Jelly by everyone. And I wrote and I'm the director of Happy Thanksgiving.
Yay! And also we got my boy who would made this all possible for me, because he hit me up a few months ago to do one of his films. And he said, hey sis, I know this lady is making a film and I think you'd be perfect for this one part. And he introduced me to Jelly. So y'all give it up for my boy T-Money, but he's known us as
Terrence Arlen.
and the wonderful cast and crew. Yes, I didn't know. I'm so excited. Like, I mean, this has been a great experience for me, and you know, I just love to see sisters doing it. I love Black Girl Magic. I mean, just it was surrounded. We had so many incredible actors. We had actors in there that were extremely seasoned, and actors who this was their first film ever. And to see so many breakthroughs, people just falling into their own in their characters. I mean, it was just amazing to be part of that. But I've got to know, what inspires you, Jelly, to write this? And then, you know, what were the steps to get it into fruition?
Honestly, it was my own crazy family. Like each of the characters are modeled directly around my own siblings.
Okay.
And my cousins. So
Okay.
at least with some dramatization, of course. I wrote it on a Thanksgiving trip with my
Wow.
family, and we were on a cruise. And while sometimes when they were out partying, I was in the cabin writing this.
Okay.
Just pulling from what we did that day or their different personalities. And, you know, my family's a bunch of characters on their own, so I was like, yeah, the world needs to see who these people are.
Right. Right, like what, when it got to the point that you're like, okay, I want to do this is not just gonna be ink on paper, words on paper, I'm gonna do this. What were some of the steps that you took to make this happen?
It's hard because it happens, think about it because it happens so fast. There were definitely.
This is the fastest I've ever seen an independent movie in my life. You called me on Monday, we was on set Thursday, I said, damn. So, yeah.
So I got a couple of investors that are family members, and one of them, my aunt, modeled.
Oh, I'm Claudia?
The character Dell.
Oh, Dell,
Is modeled
okay.
after it.
Okay.
And she knows how long I've been trying to get into the film
That's
industry,
awesome.
and I've just been kind of going at it on my own because
Yeah.
you know it's hard to get hired when there's so much bottlenecking to get into it. And you know, she was like, if you wanted to make a feature, how much money would you need today?
Oh, wow.
And,
Wow.
And I gave
Shout
her,
out to your aunt.
Yeah.
My check cleared, girl. Thank you, sister.
And so I got together with my producing partner, Angela Burris.
Yes, it was
And-
amazing.
Hey.
Shout out to Angela, amazing.
And she has really been like the strong glue that's been keeping me together.
Yes.
Because before we were able to get our team together, it was really just the two of us building this from the ground up. And you know, we went back with our numbers and started saying, okay, we're serious. How much would it take to make this happen? And the second we had the number, we started going out and trying to get, you know, people interested in it, and through our own different connections, trying to see what was the best place to do it, either in LA and Atlanta, and we both decided Atlanta would have been the best place to do it,
Yes.
which, you know, with the amazing talent we've been able to find here in Atlanta,
Yes.
is like ridiculous.
You casted this, right?
Me and Angela casted it together.
I swear, I'm gonna keep saying this. I love it when I see a family in a movie that look like they could be family.
Yeah.
This looks like it could be family, like serious.
What was so amazing is during the casting, because I know when you're basing it off of people, you can't get people that look exactly like it. But I did want there to be some sort of resemblance, like
Got it.
how so many people, you know, like
Right, 'cause actually-
playing me.
Joe is playing you.
Yes, she's
That's
technically
crazy.
she's playing the character that's.
And I'm
modeled
playing
after
your
me.
mother.
And you're playing my mom.
Child, okay. Ooh, child.
But you emulate her perfectly. I mean, you know, the good and the bad that the character has in her. But, you know, it's
Well,
like.
she gave me the green light and said, just act like Jennifer you did on For Better or Worse. I said, oh, that's easy, okay.
But it's just been like again, it's all happened so fast. I'd say probably me and my aunt had that conversation when she said, you know, how much would you need? Was December.
Wow.
This like early December at my aunt Edna's birthday party.
Wow.
You know, and I had a meeting with both her and my uncle, like a business meeting there, and I'm
Yeah.
like, this is how much money we need, this is what we need to get this done.
Wow.
And literally like 2 months later, we were on the path to doing this, and then it's just like, place, locations, casting, all right? We're driving from LA to Atlanta in my car, across the country.
When you told me you drove, I said, that's some dedication. 'Cause this movie would've got filmed in Nevada.
Like,
That's as far as, y'all make it to Nevada. That's as far as I'm going.
and it was a very, I mean, as you said, it's definitely dedication. Like we were working on a project right before then. We took a day to sleep, and that night at 9 p.m. we got on the road, and we just switched back and forth until we got to Memphis, and we took a break there, and then we drove to Atlanta, and then we jumped straight into pre-production, locking the locations, getting everything finalized, and then
And Angela was in an accident.
she was.
Right.
Angela-
I remember, I was on the phone with her.
Yeah, we were.
I was on the
we
phone
were on the
with
phone
her.
with Coco when
You remember
literally
you
we were on a
told me
three-way,
that.
and Angela had an accident.
Yeah.
While on the phone, she was like,
Dang.
"I'll call you guys back later. I gotta go."
And that was phone like,
And-
that was me pitching my, wow, like, I'm not even really pitching myself. She's like, who I got an accident? I'm like, no. Actually, I was like, oh, Brown, accident, no. I'm just glad she's okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely for
And
sure.
she tried to drive, like she came to my house right before they got on the road, and she tried to drive after the accident.
Oh, no.
What?
She
How,
was not.
how many hours did y'all drive?
Because I literally was telling Andrew, I'm like, you take your muscle relaxers, you sit in the passenger seat, I got this. Like, she did maybe about 6 hours, and I did the rest of it. So I did 20 hours to Memphis.
Wow.
And she did 6. So I did the first, and she was like, well, we'll stop and get something to eat and I'll drive. And I'm like, nope, I'm gonna go until the sun comes up. And I went until the sun came up, we stopped and got breakfast. I let her drive for a bit, and I slept, and then we stopped again. And then I got back in the car, and she did want to do the last leg, but she still had some like muscle relaxer in her, and I'm like, just take it easy. We
I
got
don't
it.
need you
Yeah.
down now.
Right?
Nevada.
No, seriously. I said, okay, I'm gonna try to Atlanta. I go, y'all, look here, I'm gonna need all y'all to get on the little Peter Pan bus.
Yeah.
And Greyhound and meet me in Nevada, yeah. We made it to Scottsdale, that's how far we made it,
Yeah,
Scottsdale.
Terrence and them drove
Yeah.
pretty far as well.
But we only had 12 hours. You said
I
like
came from
26.
Jersey.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
across country, they went through 4 seasons.
Yeah,
They
we
started
only
here.
did about 12 hours. You said like 20.
Well, it was 26 to Memphis, and then it's about 5 or 6 hours to Atlanta.
Child.
They went through 4 seasons, they left it with summer, they got here with summer, but they had to go through winter, spring, and fall to get here. Oh my God, that's dedication though, that's why,
Yeah.
being on your set and it being part of this motivated me to get up off my ass. I've been wanting to do a web series for the longest, and being on this and seeing the dedication that you guys had, seeing the talent that I didn't even know was in Atlanta like this, and I said, you know what is you doing? This, y'all motivated me, so thank you. You know what I'm saying? And it's been an honor to be on it, and that's, got my first EP credit. Hey! So I'm gassed about that. We'll be right back, y'all, to Coco Brown Show. More with Happy Thanksgiving, the cast. We're gonna talk about the bloopers, what we did to stay up. We'll be right back, y'all.
Oh my goodness.
Great job, y'all. Great energy.
That was my first interview.
Are you serious? I would've never known that.
Yeah.
I don't be doing nothing.
Hey, you had that like a champ. Huh? You first.
I would have never.
Hey.
Hey.
I wanna know, how did you find everybody? I mean, like, how did you?
So
Cause I know how.
Yeah, we went on
Wait,
backstage.
just wait. Oh, she might.
No, yeah, you say because I wanted to be fresh when she said it. But, yeah.
Can I get a small?
It's the last one, baby, all for you. I've been telling you. Somebody said to me on my IG, you fucking that candy up all over.
It is crazy, it's crazy how personal.
Are you kidding me? The whole bag?
Please do, oh my other girl. At some point,
Oh, she
we
was
can
on
watch
there.
Chantel about,
Oh, yeah, she
she
was
talks
on.
to Robin Thicke.
That one.
Oh, you know I am. I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna all the love that you white.
I'm gonna tell you too, probably.
That look like Walgreens.
I mean, we about to start.
Yeah, that outfit. That look like Cardi B.
It is.
Hell,
So have Ryan, we got the
Right.
signal though.
Because that's something we end up doing when we get the camera, we're gonna have a different angles.
Yeah.
Damn, Marty.
Well, I mean,
That off, right?
it's okay.
Can you save 5 minutes?
No, because
With
we
that
do
dress?
different shots. Like when you're talking to girls, like you see, like the church, you in church in the morning, you click to that person and you're talking.
Right.
That's what we-
Yeah, that makes sense.
When we get
The
some
trial
more-
monitors.
Can I get a cost for this? What's our budget?
That dress probably a big number.
Got
No,
to be.
because,
You talking about who is?
yeah, because
We
the
was just saying
signals,
who
you
over there.
know what I'm saying? I noticed when this on, it does slow down, because ain't nobody here.
And just think, 4 years ago, this girl.
But I know that that home like, wow.
Think that's some shit.
Shade.
Amazing what a machine can do, right?
Amazing.
I mean,
I told her.
if you get in with the machine, your life will change.
Yeah.
It takes one person of power in this business to touch the top of your head and your whole life changes.
They got a little magic wine in that.
Very good.
Hey, love y'all
Well,
too.
can't somebody touch me?
Right?
Just saying.
Oh, she said she missing her fat ass. Your woman missing you, dude. What you doing at home? She all through my time like, hey baby, hey boo, I miss you, boo, I miss you, baby. I said, she love you. She love you. Hey, L-Train, what's up? She love her man, child. Yes. I love it, Black love.
Terrence, can you hand me this stand?
Well, thank you, baby.
Terrence.
Hey, James Word.
You had that same-
Hey, James.
What up, Jay?
Thank you so much, Bandit Giving Chris. He can say, you so fucking fine, you so fucking sexy.
Who said that?
Some nigga, you Hey,
Oh, you was watching last week?
I appreciate the compliments, honey. Thank you.
I gotta watch my family on those.
I mean, I'm saying, okay, I appreciate them there.
Oh, yeah,
I appreciate the love, honey.
Hey, hey.
I love you back out of control forever.
Terrell said he watching us, y'all. Say hey, everybody.
Cool.
Terrell.
Girl, he been all looking through my, hey mama, hey mama. I'm like,
Where's the BMW driver?
oh yeah, she was trying to get it.
No, don't do that.
No.
I know he's sad.
I don't think Elliot like my son. I think Elliot like white.
Teamwork make the dream work.
You like what they're saying, but it's so true.
It is.
No, we had a person when I was working on
He played for our
every
team.
morning.
Yes.
Talk for like an hour before
Yes.
she always ended it.
Teamwork.
Russell Wilson done made a lot of niggas come
Oh my
home.
God, he talking about an hour,
Hey.
7, 8 in the
Trust me.
morning.
Right, like that.
What?
Mhm.
But it's so true, I like that.
It is.
What?
When it's genuine, it is.
Find out. He a pimp in them streets.
I don't know about that, but I was like, hey, what you be showing on?
It's been on the set, he was like, oh, no, that's.
So yeah, we gotta get him.
Oh, yeah, he real to me.
I just told him.
Oh, you did? Oh.
He was there, he could tell you what he's telling us.
Everybody, yeah.
You got
She did.
Well, not necessarily.
Yep,
Everybody
and we
wanna
cut it
have
out,
a
cut it
tendency-
out.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta even if they ain't over, it wouldn't even matter.
Yeah.
You don't want me to say you don't want me What you looking like? I don't know.
Y'all ready?
Alright.
We ready, everybody?
Yeah, let me find out. I think I couldn't look at him like that. I'm a method actor. So I couldn't even look at him like that. He was my child. I couldn't even look at him like that. They'd be like, why are you looking at her kids like that? That's nasty.
Looks like his dad.
All that's the same person.
Everybody ready?
I seen you, Jeff.
Are we coming in, everybody? Let's do it. This debut right here that's playing, this the debut coming in. And 5, 4,
3. 8, 8, 8, and we're back.
Hey, that 6 something like, boy, what? That's the crazy.
Oh, that was you?
Wait a minute. At first I was like, hold on, that's so crazy. Yo, see, that's what that joint can't be in my bag. I want to go sell dope right now.
I had
I want to cut a brick right now, son.
Bro, yes. That's what your grandma used to call it back in there. It could be weed, the dope.
You smoking that dope. Tell us what that joint was. That joint was fire, see?
That's the new joint 6 we dropped today. My new single, it's out now. Everybody go get it.
Hey, don't sound so enthused.
I don't know. I'm just waiting.
You can't be thug and bashful. That just don't even go together. You like that one dwarf that Snow White was like, I'm gonna keep this nigga hidden.
But you know what I've been through, though. Nobody understand me. Come on, we got you, brother. You excited. You just show the people you excited.
See, Crazy's out. He's our neighborhood thug. He keeps it real. He keeps out, plugged to the streets. You know what I'm saying? We're all protected.
That's the best.
I don't really like to promote his joints on the shit. You know what I'm saying? He provides security.
Right, you're at
Let him
right
play
Long
his shit.
distance.
You know what I'm saying? He gonna always be here. Even this bitch go dark, he gonna be here. Promoting his shit. Yo, that joint was fine. I'll see you for real. That shit
You
was
should
fine.
be, ain't you the executive producer of the damn album?
Actually, I am, but the artist got mad at me.
I don't know.
Don't know.
You the executive producer of the album?
Yeah.
Have you heard the album?
I have. That shit's fire. You know what I'm saying? It's real hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It ain't all about bitches and hoes and dope. But when it is, it's hot too.
Right.
I rarely use the word bitch in any music.
I know you don't. You don't like that word. Yes, you know you don't like that word.
The gays love it. You got bitches and women out into grocery.
That's my reason I use the word so much, because I be around y'all asses too much. I be around bitch. I'm like, you should have heard me and Tiffany dropped about 16 bitches young last week with Tiffany had the skull. As soon as we said, bitch. We terrible like
Y'all
that.
talk about privilege, because great men can't say that. I woke up
I'ma say it for you. That
bitch.
I think it's how you say it, though.
Real talk. No, that's about no. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I want to be real.
You know? Hell yeah.
No,
Like,
I had one dude, no lie, not quick. Thug ass cat from Newark, New Jersey. It was the way he said that shit.
That's all you gotta do is slide, right?
I would be getting dressed for a show, and he'd be like, "You sexy bitch."
Yeah.
Damn. I never make it to my show on time.
I
Ever.
see
The
that.
way he said it, it's the way he said it.
Yes.
I ain't never tried that.
Especially in the bedroom. The bedroom get away with it all day.
I never even
They get
tried
away with it all day in the bedroom. You
I never tried that.
You gotta try that. Just
I know.
That's why your wife is on the IG live right now.
You never read my mind. You read my mind. I said choke it just a little bit.
It's a
Choke it
semi.
just
It's
a
a
little bit.
semi-choke call.
You know, like right below the Adam's apple.
And you wonder why my wife on the goddamn line.
Right, yeah,
She
exactly.
done left 50 left comments.
That's
She
why
missing
she on that.
that.
She missing that semi-choke, bitch. I'm joking.
You know what? Let me see what she want to comment now. Hold on. I'll make sure she ain't say, I'm putting your shit outside. And I'm putting your shit outside. Like, no, I mean, you know, it should not be used freely. You know, it should not be used in anger.
Right.
You know, just as black men call themselves niggas, it's a term of endearment. You
Never
know,
use nigga either.
good for
What?
you.
I don't either.
I tried not to. I didn't.
I'm just saying they do.
So, time out.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It
Wait,
is.
say what you just said.
I use N-I-C-C.
So you just spell it different.
Nah,
You say
pronounce
nigga.
it differently.
Nickel.
So you say
Nickel.
nooker, like a
Nigga.
nooker.
Not
Yeah, nah,
nigga.
that's too much. That's too hard. That's too hard.
Same thing to me.
That's too hard.
Belly.
Like, usually I'm like,
Yeah, like
man. I sound like homegirl like Antoine Fisher. Nigga. Hug my neck.
I don't know, it just don't sit right. I had a white man call me a nigga before.
Oh, well, that's different,
And I
Corey.
couldn't.
Nah,
I don't know damn how you spell that. I would have lost.
But I was locked up.
Yes.
And I couldn't do nothing about it. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah, he hardcore.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, he just had a flashback.
Right, he was like, let me just.
He got receipts.
See, he used the ER on it.
He like, this real.
He used the ER. It wasn't, he didn't have the A on there.
Nah,
He
he
put
threw
the ER
that
in
in
there.
there.
That's why
No,
he
that
was
in
there.
Trust.
It was
If he had his way, that whole side of the table would be blue.
Okay.
He got receipts. So that's why we keep him here.
I'm scared.
Promote his shit.
I don't wear red or
Top
black.
flight. He bigger than
Why?
He bigger than top flight. Don't blame him. He bigger than top flight. He bigger than top flight.
Squad.
About that part.
That part.
So where's everybody from? Are you originally from here?
No, I'm from West Palm Beach, Florida.
Hello,
Florida
Florida.
girl. Florida girl.
Indiana.
Where you from?
Gary,
You
Indiana.
kidding me? I'm from Indianapolis.
Hey, that's all.
Oh,
that's
wow.
the crib.
You got
Okay.
hey, that
I
sound.
live in LA.
Okay.
What's up? Where
Y'all
you
got
from?
Jackson baby.
So I'm from New Jersey, but I reside in Philly now, so.
How you feel, Lisa? How you
Okay.
feeling? Jelly, we know you from Cali, right?
I'm from the LBC.
Hey! Jelly is secret for gang member. I mean, we went in a car right there, be blue rags all in the car.
Right, we are.
Let me find
No,
out.
my dad
walking at
was in the
record.
Navy, so I kind of grew up around the different places around the
Oh,
country.
look.
Okay, okay, cool. Like, what was we gonna say? Like, what was a question we were gonna ask, and I forgot what it
How
was.
did you find everything?
Like, how did you find
Yeah.
everybody, Jelly? Like, you know, I mean, I know how we met. We met through Terrence, but how
Right.
did you find everybody? 'Cause when I came on set, I was just like, whoa, who are these people? You know, I had heard of you, you know, before.
Oh.
You know, yeah, I heard of you before. But I was like, who is this? But everybody just came with so much flavor, and I'm like, how did you find everybody? How did you know?
Well, so we used the backstage to just kind of see what was out there in Atlanta because I've never really resided in Atlanta for longer than just like a visiting family or something. So we went through backstage to try to find people. Anika actually know from a previous feature that we did. It was the first feature I've ever worked on at all, and she was one of the actresses in it, and we always kept in touch after.
Okay.
And when I was thinking of who would play LaMonica, I'm like, I know.
Wow.
I'll take it.
Beautiful girl that she was able to see past. She was saying, you know, that is my home. That is my home.
Right. I'm tight kid.
You know what I'm saying? She looked at me and said, I need a funny mother. I said, hey.
But with everyone else, it was definitely going through the different people on backstage, and I remember one thing what Angela said, she's like, you just can't say no to them based off of a picture, and I'm like, watch.
I told you she gangster, she crip.
And I would just like go through, and I would just be like, nope. And actually, with Ella, because I put in the description, and I'm like, I put real life size. I'm like normal size, healthy size. And then suggestions I would get would be like these really thin people, and I'm like, I'm not thin. I'm not gonna have somebody who's
You
playing me on
hungry.
the screen.
I didn't put it there, I need somebody hungry.
And I was like, I went to Andrew, I'm like, I want her. And I was like, I want this one. and I was like, I want this one, and whoever's playing Michael is gonna be able to handle somebody who looks like this, and we're gonna get somebody who can look
Speaking of Michael,
oh my God.
and the love interest in the film, I was pretty taken aback at the table read. And then when we were filming, that the love interest of, two of the people in the movie are of the Robin Thicke persuasion. And I thought that was such a bold move that, the eye candy is very Post Malone, very Robin Thicke, very, Bradley Cooper, and I'm thinking, is this a trend? Because I don't know about y'all, but I've seen way too many commercials, And I'm not mad at it,
Yeah.
black women and white men.
Yeah, what is that about?
Cause we tired of y'all niggas. No, I'm sorry. No. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But no, I'm just like, it's crazy. It is a lot of commercials now, black women, white men. And then a lot of them are like, in the movies, you know, it's black women, white men. And it's funny, because you know, you don't really hear brothers say it too much, because they're not paying attention, because they're so busy chasing that fat ass woman across the street.
Hello.
They're gonna wake up, and a lot of us gonna be with Robin Thicke.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be over here chilling, honey, or, you know.
With good credit
And
and
they
good cars and good houses.
Child, look on Housewives of Potomac, because I don't know if y'all caught Housewives of Potomac last night. Oh, them heifers when they got them a white man. Oh, them heifers. I said, wait a minute. I said, ain't no brothers on this show no more. And then my billionaire boyfriend, my billionaire husband. I'm like, shit.
What do it take to get
treated like
Wait a minute, I asked
No,
Jelly.
well, you know what? I'll take getting treated like shit while I'm driving a Bentley as opposed to putting it in a Accord. I will walk around with this snake on my motherfucking eye. I will be in that bitch with that snake on my eye. Talk about, bitch, I can see this $300,000 car on my left eye.
No, I asked Jelly, I said, how in the world, the first day, I said, Jelly, what's going on in your mind? I said, she
Didn't
said,
you say it was like a fantasy?
yeah, she
yours?
said it's a fantasy.
Yeah.
I said, what be going on in your
You
head?
ragged
Okay,
as
wait.
What kind of Django Candyland fantasy yours?
Yeah, exactly. So it wasn't necessarily a fantasy, it's just, so all of the characters are based off of something that's real.
Okay.
Ella's character, other than the fact that Ella's character is a writer trying to get, you know, into Hollywood, everything else about her I had to make up.
Okay.
I wanted her to have a love interest, but me, myself, haven't had my Michael, you know, so.
You want your white boy.
And if you ask my mother, she'll say yes.
You want a white boy.
And I want whoever wants me.
Okay. I mean, that's real talk, but ain't nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I grew up in a white suburbia type, you know.
My first boyfriend
environment.
was white. I grew up in an all-white neighborhood. There ain't nothing wrong with
And
that.
I mean, I'm
Shout
not.
out to Brett.
I'm not ashamed of it at all. You know, like I said, I like whoever likes me. But the people in my family, if I were to end up with a black guy, they'd be like, yeah. Because I listen to rock music. You know, in my spare time, I'm dressed pretty goth. You know, so
She's a white girl trapped in a black girl's body.
and that's what I heard. That's what I heard.
But no, but I
all
get
the
that. I
time.
get that.
love it.
I grew up in a white neighborhood. You know, my first crush was Simon Lee Bond of a Duran Duran. I didn't realize I couldn't jump in the pool without a shower cap on. You know, I was white. But, you know, as I got older, you know, I sought my blackness. But it's funny, a lot of my friends say that I'm gonna end up with a white guy. And then when I look at it, I'm like, no.
I tried to introduce her. I said, I got one for you.
He did. And a lot of my friends, I mean, I've had, you know, like psychics, you know, tell me, the man of your dreams is white. And I'm like, what? You know, because I'm like, no, because that means I got to cut off a piece of my blackness. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. The N-word is just going to come out of my mouth at least twice daily. And if he say it one time, now I'm going to jail for catching the case.
Yeah.
Because you fucking a black woman don't mean you can say it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. I just need to be. I feel like. Now, don't get me wrong. If a Robin Thicke rolled up on me, a Bradley Cooper, you know what I'm saying, a Brad Pitt,
Yo, God, yeah.
I so wouldn't turn it down. You know what I'm saying? I might just have to go to therapy for that. Didn't work. But I mean, let's keep it 100. I mean, just watching Potomac, the Housewives of Potomac last night, seeing how these white men treat these women. I mean, if I'm gonna put up with your bullshit, it's a lot easier when I'm driving a Bentley. I got a black credit card. I'm traveling to Paris at the drop of a dime.
Without you.
My kids got trust funds. Baby, it's a lot easier. You up here want me to put up with your bullshit, and you talking about you gonna get at me when you feel like it. No, it don't work like that, homeboy. And I think what's happening is a lot of sisters are realizing that while the brothers is bullshit, they bullshit. Ethan and Noah, I was losing the brothers.
We done, we gonna become,
Let me get
they
on.
gonna get rid of us, but they gonna tell us
Ratio
all.
is off.
No,
Between all this shit, the black women gonna kill off every black man, they gonna get us all up out of here. Y'all hate us.
No, that's not true. That is not true. We love
I've
y'all.
never seen more hatred in the last year or so for black men than from black women.
Like who? Give me an example.
You see the-
Give me an example.
So I'll say this, I'll even say this, I've never received more hatred towards myself than I've ever done than with a black man.
And that's the problem.
Like,
No.
Same way.
like,
Let me tell you something. Real talk.
Real
I
talk.
gotta
No,
defend us.
hold
Real
up.
talk,
That shit she
bro.
just said right there went through my soul like a lightning bolt.
Bro,
Because I
bro.
literally just said to Dr. Sherry,
That's true.
2 weeks ago, my damn therapist, shouting out Dr. Sherry,
Hey, Dr. Sherry.
I said, nothing or no one has hurt me and let me down and disappointed me more than the black man. And that's some real shit.
Yo,
That's some real shit.
But that's what happened. If you was white, nothing more would hurt you more than the white man if you was white.
Well, I don't have an example to go by. I only fuck with niggas. So until I start fucking with a slew of white men, maybe I'll make that
But that's the
comparison.
problem.
But all I mess with is black men, and I
So-
promise
so
you,
the same
every
thing.
knife in my back has probably
All
come
right.
from a black man.
All right, so I'm a affiliated gang member. I grew up in a black neighborhood.
We know
All I
that.
seen killed was black people.
Absolutely.
We killed each other because we didn't grow up around white people. So that's what happened.
But you go on the train and you kill your ass to Bensonhurst if you want to kill somebody right now, can't you?
Oh, no, we put in that work, but that's a different story. But what I'm trying to say is, I went to school in
Views
Bensonhurst.
of Seacrest. I know they say that Kobe Brown show.
What I'm trying to say is that it's just a neighborhood thing. Just like when they say black on black crime, it don't exist.
So you're saying, because I've been all over this world and
Can I defend these
Go ahead.
men out here? Because
Please do.
it is sad that we have lost so much respect for our own women.
And now you're pissed because it's being reciprocated.
Right. But, I mean, you get it and you have to take it. You gotta take that.
Yes, you
But
have to take it.
the fact is, once again, you got mothers trying to teach boys to be men, and you got men that's misleading boys into manhood, and therefore they don't know how to open a door for a woman. They don't know how to. I see so many women pumping gas while they man sitting in the back. They not raised right.
That's
You know
bullshit.
what I mean? So it's you're getting stabbed by boys. They 30, 40, 50, but they're just child. They're children. They haven't been raised by anything.
Raised you.
Exactly. So the sad fact is, just to defend the men, ladies,
Bring it up.
ladies, gotta do your homework a little bit more.
Right.
Learn who you dealing with before
Right.
you go any further, because
Right.
y'all give so fast and then
You're
now you
fucked.
mad.
I
No,
agree.
but you mad.
But let me tell you
down the line
something.
that you didn't
That
realize what your
is
research. You didn't do
so-
your research.
But
How
you know
about
what? But you know what? The same thing go for you men out
Yes,
here
yeah.
having these babies by these ratchet
Yeah,
ass
yeah. Walking around with
bitches,
our
and then you
face
want to
scratched
treat
up.
every chick after them like that ratchet ass
We had this
bitch. I ain't got
conversation
hope.
before.
Yeah.
Don't come in here treat me like her, 'cause that bitch got a
See, I learned my
You chose
lesson.
to make that
I
whole
learned my
Don't come and be
lesson.
mad at me. It goes both ways.
Yeah.
My thing is this. If you're gonna sit up here and say that we need to do our research, let me tell you something. It's some mighty fine actors in these streets.
Oh, you good? Yeah.
Cause a lot of you men done been caught up by a hoe and thought she was the nicest one in the
No, we
world.
knew what she was.
But all you saw,
Yeah.
cause the ass was
But
fat.
just-
Yeah, we cared about
So how are you gonna be mad at us that maybe we got caught up with niggas because he was fine, the dick was big, the car was nice, and the diamonds were fat? How you gonna be mad at us? You doing the same thing?
You know I come with it.
I wanna hear what
A lot of the problem is hurt people are out here dating other hurt people.
Yeah.
Amen.
Most people jump out of a relationship and into the bed with somebody else.
Yeah, into the
So what
bed.
you have done is you've carried a spirit from that person over to the next person
So
without
preach.
even healing your damn self.
Yeah.
Tell it.
So time plus time equals influence. I keep telling
Yeah.
people, who you spend the most time with, that's the person that's influencing you. So therefore, if you sleeping with a side piece, guess what? You're gonna start acting like a side piece. You're gonna start running your relationship like a side piece. And I don't know about nobody else, but side pieces don't equal no full meal. I need to be.
Thank y'all
Gonna
too.
make that,
Baby, that was game. That's what I'm You know what I'm saying?
But that applies for everybody though.
That's your new
But
bio.
no, but I mean, but that's real talk.
See, I learned my lesson. See, I don't date outside my race at all. I learned my lesson when I was like 14 years old. I had a white girlfriend. I was in love, right? I drove my bike, no lie, 8 hours to come see her. I got there, she was messing with my cousin. They showed me that white women betray you early in the game.
No, it's not just white women, because let me tell you, from my experience just 3 years ago, my baby daddy, I was 2 days from having our son when he put me out of our house, and while I'm moving out, my god sister's moving in. And she's black. And now they're married, 2 weeks ago got married, and they have a baby. So now my son's brother was my god sister's child. So don't just say that
I was
it's
trying,
the
I
white
was trying to
women
get
that
my
You-
take on why
bruh,
I
y'all
don't
do
date
it-
outside.
y'all do it
What would that just tell you?
Listen,
You're
these
not
dudes
we
was
Lord.
taking us to bad.
We Lord. You got to
You
chill.
gotta learn to wave the flag. Where's the flag? Where's the flag? That's bad.
But real
You
talk,
can't tell stories like that.
No.
Jeez, I'm so
I just
sorry.
think that everybody wants to point fingers at everybody. And the thing is that we're not doing as a collective is accountability.
Yep.
Everybody got some fucked up shit.
Everybody.
Everybody got some stuff with it. The self-righteous is what kills. The self-righteous wasn't going to kill me. There's always just pointing the fingers at other people. Nobody, you ain't done shit wrong.
Right.
It's everybody else. Everybody else. We are a race of lack of accountability.
Yeah.
We want to blame it on everybody else.
When we
You know
should
what
be
I'm
walking with a mirror.
saying? Bruh.
They on their phones or
Seriously.
not?
The only person we need to be looking at is ourselves. Should be walking with a mirror.
Them selfies should be used for something else.
Yeah.
The minute you become responsible for you, you take power over your life. But the
Amen.
minute you throw it on somebody else, guess what? You gave them your power.
Amen. Amen.
Why you pointing at me? I ain't got
Yeah, we already waved the flag down here. We waved the flag.
I'm done. I know.
Yo, when can we anticipate Happy Thanksgiving to come out though?
I really wanted to come out this November.
Okay.
Like around Thanksgiving
Oh, that would be
holiday.
great. You gonna premiere here? You gonna premiere?
I definitely,
Yay.
I
I'll
mean,
be
since
there.
a lot of the, if not all of the cast, except for Lamont here.
Where you live at, Mars?
But
Okay.
but most of the other characters, of course, from Atlanta, so I definitely want to,
Right.
give Atlanta its props for, allowing us to come in here and honestly, not to be that person, but to do what Hollywood is almost refusing to do. I know for a lot of times people are like, oh yeah, Hollywood's gonna make Atlanta the next Hollywood. It's like, no, they have a lot of really good benefits. So they come here, they mooch out the benefits,
That's right.
and they bring people from LA to come here, they pay the people in LA, and then the people, they go back to LA and they spend their money there. They're not adding to the Georgia economy, they're just taking advantage of the tax benefits that Georgia has here. But if they're hiring locals, they're just doing it to be PAs or background. But
Yeah.
those big people who are getting the big money, who are spending the big dollars, they're getting flown in from
And I
LA.
can speak from that, because
Oh,
since I
wow.
moved here, if it wasn't for Ryan Murphy, who looked amazing at the Met Gala
Yes, he
tonight,
did.
I would not be working. For some girl, when I tell you, whatever reason here in Atlanta, Georgia, they think you're an Atlanta actor, and I'm like, did you see my IMDb? Have you
Right.
seen my
Run that,
resume?
run that.
I have a SAG nomination, damn it,
Run that.
but all of a sudden, because I say I'm an Atlanta local hire,
Oh,
my ass.
Yep, we talked.
you know what I'm saying? So I get it. You know what I'm saying? But the minute, I tell them, I said, oh, I live in Burbank. Oh, now all of a sudden I'm ripping, like my address don't, my resume don't mean shit, my address does. That can stop that shit, Hollywood, for real.
And honestly, it doesn't make any sense, but I definitely, we got some local Atlanta artists, we're using their designs for t-shirts, we're using some of their original art, some of the locations that we have, we're gonna be showcasing their locations, so people know this is some place that you can go to in Atlanta and
Awesome.
spend your time here, because Atlanta, honestly, it deserves it.
Yes.
You know?
And that's what it's about, keeping your dollars where you film. How about that? Keeping your dollars here, supporting the economy of where you're filming. That's awesome. Thank y'all so much for coming. Y'all gotta come back though,
Stop hiring
for
all the
real.
damn skinny people.
Especially about the ones in Atlanta. Girl, come on back here. You know,
I'll
you know, they're gonna fly you in.
I'll
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna
I'll
fly you
fly,
in.
I'll
You know,
fly.
give everybody real quick your social media handles so they can follow you guys, please, please, please.
I'm
JoKayla Herbert. Everything is JoKayla Herbert at Facebook.
What was it like
IG.
kissing a white boy? Okay,
Well,
go ahead.
real quick. I wanna get in that because she told me a little secret. So you can't tell.
Did he slide some tongue on you?
Oh my gosh.
Dun, 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 dun.
It was different. That was my first vanilla chocolate ever.
She like,
Did you lie?
she like,
Oh my,
Good
okay.
answer.
We not gonna put her on the spot, but I'm gonna find out later and spill the tea next week. Okay, what's your terrace?
Well, mine is Arlen Entertainment under my company, so it's Arlen Entertainment, ARLYN Entertainment. That's on Facebook and Instagram.
Look to the camera.
Arlen Entertainment, ARLYN on Facebook and Instagram.
Yes.
So y'all, Anika McFall across the board, ANIKA MCFALL. Holla back.
Okay.
That's a good
Look to the camera.
Everything I have is Jelloquake, JELLOWQUAKE. It's Jelloquake Productions. That's literally everything I have. The name on it, put it everywhere. Oh, and to follow the Happy Thanksgiving movie is Happy Thanksgiving Film on Facebook and on Instagram.
Yay.
Well, can I finish mine? Because everybody cut me off with my little white chocolate kisses. So it's JoKayla Herbert all across the board. JoKayla HERBERT. Yes.
You got it.
I meant to ask you before I left today. I was distracted. A wonderful bomb makeup artist on stage. You need your face beat. This beat has lasted 15 and a half hours, Jesus. I could be buried in this shit.
Stop it!
Okay.
Right.
It's Blessed Hands, BLESSEDZ_MUA.
All right. And the crew, of course, I employ our Ford, C. Grace, Big Lee, and your girl Coca Brown, our girl Naisha, the bomb, our boy Big Will. Okay, we love you guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. Coca Brown, Cleveland. I'm in your city this weekend at the Improv, Thursday through Sunday, Mother's Day weekend. Come see your girl Coca Brown, One Funny Mama, in Cleveland this weekend at the Improv. Come see your girl. Thank y'all for tuning in, and we will see y'all next week. All right, Coca Brown Show, we out.